Let me grab this call real quickly because this is, I could make the point here without taking the call, but I don't want to take away from the caller. We have a guy from Quincy named Jeffrey. Jeffrey, hi. Welcome to the EIB network. What is your question, your point?
My quick question is, I just visited my brother out in California and talking to a lot of liberal people about Trump, and they always bring it up, and they're so tortured by it. But they think if you could do a redo today and revote, they're convinced that Trump would lose resoundingly. And I can see how they would feel that based on what's going on in the press and so forth. But my question to you is, what do you think the people in Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Ohio think? Because that's really what matters. Who cares what the liberals preach to themselves? And
I think that's bogus. I think if the election were held today, Trump would win. I don't think there's any question about it. This is exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. You're talking to your buddies out in California, and they say, oh, man, and they're just watching the media, and they think the media is destroying Trump every day. They really think the media is destroying Trump, and that Trump's presidency is already over, and that people now know this. And the people who voted for Trump realize the mistake they made. The people who voted for Trump privately, probably very, very embarrassed. And if they had a do-over, if they had a chance to do it again, they'd do the right thing this time, and they would vote for Hillary. That's what all of this coverage is that's what it's designed to affect. And I'm here to tell you that if the election were held today, Trump would win, and maybe by an even bigger number. Because the people that voted for Trump are getting exactly what he said. If anybody is in trouble here, and do not doubt me on this, Jeffrey, if anybody's in trouble, it's the Republicans in Congress, because the Democrats are already in trouble. The Democrats would continue to lose. If they held a special election today, the Democrats would lose more seats based on what they are doing, based on what their agents, these rioters, these protesters are doing. The Democrat Party is damaging itself in ways they can't even tell. But there are some people within the Democrat Party starting to see this. Jim Webb and one of the guys running for the chairmanship of the DNC. The people that are in real trouble right now are the Republicans on Capitol Hill who do not appear energetic to help Trump implement his agenda. That's who might be in trouble if there were an election today, but not Trump. And you can take that to the bank. And you can call your buddies in California. In fact, I want you to. And I want you to tell them you called me. And I want you to tell them that I told you specifically to say from me that in their dreams, is this election, if it were held today, going to defeat Trump? Trump would win by an even bigger margin. I want you to tell them I said that. And then you can tell them that I know what's really going on with this secondhand smoke is not a problem anymore. They want marijuana legalized, and they want it smoked anywhere. And they want everybody to know that secondhand smoke, tobacco or marijuana, doesn't cause cancer as a means of spreading evil weed all over the place. You tell them I got it. You tell them I understand it. You tell them I know where they're coming from and where they're headed, and they're continuing to sink down the rat hole. You tell them I said that. Because I know they'll never call me here and give me the chance to say it to them. But, Jeffrey, do not let them talk you out of what you know. Do not let them tell you things that are not true. Do not. That's why I run the risk of having people say, Rush, get on to something else. You've said this over and over. But this is why. The media coverage here is designed to create the exact thought that you called to ask me about. That if the election were held today, Trump would lose, because now people have realized the mistake they made. People realize what an idiot Trump is. People realize how dangerous Trump is. People realize that Trump hates people. People realize how incompetent and dangerous his cabinet is. That's the whole point of this coverage since before Trump was inaugurated, is to create stories like that. You tell these guys to stuff it. You tell them to put it where the sun don't shine. You tell them to grow up and join you in conservatism and try to become happy.
That's the advice in the world, Rush. That's a Yahtzee.
Well, I appreciate that. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. I'm here to keep everybody properly focused and looking up, because this is the one chance we've got in our lifetimes here, folks. You all know how the media operates. You all know. You therefore all know how to avoid being affected by it. You all know how to build up a wall or a boundary around yourself so that all of this nonsense just bounces off and doesn't even enter the serious part of your brain, because it's all nothing but a fantasy on the part of the drive-bys. I appreciate the call. I appreciate the opportunity to answer.